All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken at the 3. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Sherman. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Jackson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's McDonald, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
They'll run on first down. McDonald. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, it's McDonald. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, it's Sherman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something.
They've got his man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 78 yards. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
King.
Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And some room to run now. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. He'll buy some time right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now this throw caught left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, it's McDonald. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. At 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, Mayfield flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
It's our time. It's our time.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits more. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a give right side. McDonald. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. McDonald, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. McDonald. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
180! Pistol.
They'll run on first down. It's McDonald. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
64, weak.
On 3rd down. McDonald, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to fire this. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. In for the score. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a bounce.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On first down, it's Sherman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. McDonald, and an alley to run. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point splits the uprights as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. 93 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. Sherman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sherman. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On 3rd down, Sherman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game. With the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit.